Did your comedy change when you got out of LA?
Oh my God, yeah. Well, I didn't realize, like, because I grew up in LA. I'm an Angelino from the time I was 4 to
Yeah.
like 45. And I didn't realize what a cultural bubble it truly, 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 truly is. As much as I love my home, I love LA.
Yeah.
And I moved to Texas and I went to like my first kindergarten party and it was like a boys' party. And they were like, okay, y'all, here's some cupcakes. And then after the cupcakes, we're going to have donuts and then we're going to have cake. And there's snakes and there's like snakes hanging from the walls for the boys to play with. And like parents are drinking margaritas and everybody, hey, y'all, like just so laid back and so normal and nobody's offended and nobody's worried about anybody's gender identity or like, it was just, it was calm and it was cool.
It is calm. We love the people here, and a lot of our friends have moved from LA to Texas, and every single one of them loves it. It's not culture shock, it's culture stimulation.
Yes.
Joe and Jessica Rogan have moved to
Yes.
Austin. I
Yes.
know you guys know them,
I love them.
and they love it, but it is different. I wish people would really visit different parts of the country more from LA and realize there is a whole different mindset, different culture out there because it is a bubble.
Mm-hmm. It is. And like I said, I grew up in it. So I was very sure that this is the right way. And then I've always toured all over the country. But there was always kind of in my head I have to admit a bit of like an us versus them, like, but I'm from LA. I'm cool. I know what's up. And then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. No one cares about the stuff we care about in LA. Like nobody cares. I think
Yeah.
most people just want to raise their children and have a Coke and a smile and like and enjoy their lives and get on the river and enjoy barbecue. Like,
Yeah, it's a different life, but Austin is a very sophisticated city. There's a lot of tech down there.
yes.
There's a lot going on in Austin, Texas.
Yes, there is, and I love it. And I've been meaning to ask you, pork ribs or beef?
Uh, I gotta say, beef, pork is more work.
What?
Well, pork is more
What?
work.
I feel like the beef rib. I mean, it comes like this big.
I know they're dinosaur ribs, but you got to work
It's huge.
harder to eat the pork ribs. But I guess the pork ribs is a better payoff flavor wise, but you got to make sure they're
Flavor wise.
done.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You can go to
So
County Line out there and get a dinosaur rib.
that's what's up, County Line. That's
Yeah.
right. I love that one. I like the one on the lake. I take my boys there. They
Yeah.
lay down on their bellies on the dock and they poke the turtles and no one says a damn word to them. It's
Yeah.
so funny. And it would never happen in other places in the country.
Are those the
Uh,
biggest ribs you've ever seen?
yes.
I mean,
I
really,
was
they do look like dinosaur ribs.
Yes, I've never seen it in my life. Anyway, my cholesterol was a little bit high, and I have a doctor here in Austin, and I go, but I love ribs. I just moved to Texas. I have to eat barbecue. And he goes, well, okay, you can have the brisket and the sides, and that's about it. Like that's such a Texas doctor thing to say. Well, you can have the brisket. All right, I'll
Yeah, he'll
settle
make a
on
deal with
brisket.
you. He'll make a deal
Yeah,
with you.
yeah, get out of here.
So does Tom like it? Does he like Texas?
Loves it. We're thrilled, man. It's good for the kiddos. There's so much to do here. Every weekend we go check out a different park. They throw rocks. They pull bark off of trees. And I live a smaller life. I think it's really cool. I get
Yeah.
to see I get stoked on birds. I've seen a turtle in my backyard. I'd never seen a turtle. From 45 years of my life, a real turtle.
Seriously?
No, I grew up in LA, concrete jungle, San Fernando Valley.
Yeah. Well, there are some
So
snapping turtles down there that are
yeah.
prehistoric. That's for sure.
So you grew up in Dallas? No, Nebraska, right?
No, Oklahoma and Texas.
Oklahoma. Okay. Right.
Yeah, we bounced around just here, there, anywhere, but mostly Oklahoma and Texas. Every small town you could think of because my dad was in the oil business, not
Mm.
in owning oil, but in servicing with drill bits and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
we were all around, and I loved it. I mean, I didn't mind it a bit, but we
No,
were
I
never
love it.
anywhere for very long. So you learn to make friends
Resilience.
because you're always the new kid.
Yep. You know what I love about Southerners too? They love to make chit chat. I learned how to make chit chat.
Oh,
I
yeah.
never knew that. Oh, chit chat's an art form here.
Oh,
How's
yeah.
the weather? People come and they just visit. I have a couple of cowboys that work on my house. Hi, Miss Christina. How you doing? And they say, thank you for the visit. They're so sweet. We talk
Yeah.
about nothing.
Yeah. How
Talk
many
about the
times have
weather.
they told you if you don't like the weather, wait a minute?
Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God. That's the joke. If you don't like the weather, just wait a minute. It'll be different tomorrow. Yeah.
In California, they can do the forecast every Saturday, 'cause nothing ever changes.
Yeah.
I learned a long time ago that you were a fellow dog lover, and I knew right then you were my kind of people.
I am. I'm obsessed. I love doggies.
Oh,
They're
I
the
do
best.
too.
What do you have?
Well, I've got 2 that I did a show on CBS called That Animal Rescue Show. We really
Mm-hmm.
spent a lot of time coming up with that title, by the way. It was an animal rescue show, and we couldn't decide what to call it. We said,
Yeah.
everybody's gonna say, "Have you seen that animal rescue show?" So we just thought, what the hell, we'll call it That Animal Rescue Show.
That's a good title.
Yeah, and I was down at one of the places in Texas where we shot, and they had some feral dog down there that had 8 puppies, and they said, "They're
Mm.
small, you should take 2." And, I took 2 of the puppies home. I could hold them 1 in each hand.
Oh.
Snow white puppies. One had blue eyes, the other had a blue eye and a brown eye.
Ugh.
I took them home. One weighs 125 pounds now, the other weighs about 115.
Oh my God.
They're snow white. If they didn't bark, I would swear they were polar bears.
Oh,
They're huge,
gorgeous.
but they are the
Do you-
best dogs, I swear.
Do they sleep in your bed?
These dogs, they're mostly Great Pyrenees. They're just mutts, but they're mostly Great Pyrenees, and they like to go about 50 yards from the house and watch it.
What?
That's what these Great Pyrenees do. They watch herds, and if a
Wow.
wolf comes, they want to be away from the herd so they can intercept the wolf and kill it if necessary to
I love
protect
it.
the herd. It's in their DNA, so they sleep away from the house to guard it, and if something approaches it, they intercept it.
That's a working dog. I
Yeah,
love
it is,
that.
and they work as a pair. These 2
Wow.
brothers, you never see them more than 2 or 3 feet apart. So, don't wanna approach the house in a skulky way, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I need to get me some of those dogs. Ours is useless. I have a little Ewok dog, a little Brussels Griffon,
Yeah.
and one of these purebred, fancy, dumber than a box of rocks, but so sweet, and she snores. But I got to get me a useful dog. I think that might be the trick.
You would love these, but I hope if a wolf comes at our house, it's a very slow wolf, because these are the most clumsy, slow-footed dogs you have ever. They'll
Aw.
have do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. But they're
Aw.
sweet. I'll send you a picture of them. You'll like it.
Please. I can't wait to get more dogs.
Yeah,
Yes.
you need a couple more. In Texas, you can have all the
know.
dogs you want.
That's the best part, that this is a very dog-friendly place.
Yeah,
thank
exactly.
goodness. We're obsessed with our doggies.